Where's the motivation when you can't read and write? Where is it?
I have to come clean. I'm one of those guys that had their life changed by David Goggins. The whole stay hard, self-improvement, get in better shape. Because I used to be a really lazy, disgusting fat ass. I'm a little bit less of a lazy, disgusting fat ass now. Still working on it. And David Goggins and Andrew Hubertman and all these podcasters really did help me. I have to be honest.
It didn't require me going home and opening the book up saying, it's gonna take me all year to learn this fucking.
But I realized, even on my self-improvement journey, you need one day out of the week to be an absolute idiot, to be a full slob, sad fat ass. Because last night I hung out with all my friends from 8:30 p.m. to around even about 2 a.m. I know, right? I'm crazy. I'm such a crackhead. Someone stop me. And it was the best night ever. I always kept telling myself, you know what? I'm not drinking for a year. I'm gonna lock in. I'm not gonna drink. You know what? Screw it. I'm not drinking for, it's just 6 months. 6 months. Okay, 1 month. And then I'm gonna not go out. I'm gonna be the guy that, disappears from the friend group. He's the black sheep with all the white sheep. You know those corny ass images that people make where it's like the one guy going to the left and then everyone else going to the right on like the path. It's like you want to be that lone wolf guy. Like that was me. That was who I was trying to be for the past couple of years.
A lot of wolves travel in packs, but there's some times when even the wolves in that pack don't understand who you are.
I want to be the lone wolf out of the friend group who made it. He's in Monaco at the Monaco Grand Prix or the F1 races, the friend that came out the hometown to the big leagues, right? And sure, do I still want to, I guess be successful? Yeah, obviously, I'm still gonna grind every single day, but it was to a point where I actually was losing my mind. I have to be frank, I thought burnout was just an excuse people said that if they were lazy. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just burnt out. I've got writer's block. I'm burnt out, writer's block, you know how it is. I'm not gonna work for a couple hours. And I used to look at those people and be like, wow, that's why you're a loser. You're never gonna make it, buddy. Writer's block? That's not real. It's real. It's real.
We're going to cure writer's block instantly, once and for all, forever.
We were all together watching the new Avengers Doomsday trailer. Well, actually, we were watching the first Avengers Doomsday trailer, the first one where Thor, was just stopped by one finger by Dr. Doom. And then while we're mid-refreshing YouTube to watch more stuff together as a great collective friend group, the second Avengers Doomsday trailer came out. And we're like, we just start looking at each other like, no way. And we watched that together. Then we had some drinks. We were slamming some Tito's. We were playing some BP. BP is short for beer pong, which you probably knew that. Yeah, but I don't know. We haven't played that in years, since college, since our younger days. And at 24 years old, I felt amazing being a lazy, stupid, fat ass. I had Little Caesars pizza. I was taking shots and chasing it with Little Caesars, like the Spider-Man pepperoni version. It was absolutely, positively the most amazing thing ever. And sure, I felt disgusting after, but I needed that. I eat clean every single day. I'm trying to. I mean, it's working. Trust me, it's working. I'm down like 15 pounds. Okay, I was really gross, and it's working. But I woke up this morning, hungover, obviously, feeling gross, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, hell yeah. Like that was fun. I actually enjoyed my time with just my friends. We went out to Santa Monica, talked to some girls, got rejected, I think 8 times. That's okay, because one of them could have said yes. Did any of them say yes? No, but at least I shot my shot. So when I woke up this morning in my on my bed by myself, I was like, yeah, that was a good night. And I had 10 times more motivation when I woke up in the morning to go post, to go eat clean, to go make sure I hit the gym even harder, to take like an even double length walk that I usually do after the gym.
They want to say, oh, don't call yourself fat. Don't call yourself dumb. If you're not real and raw with who the you are, nothing's gonna change.
Because I was like, you know what? I gotta work off that Little Caesars last night. I gotta work off that alcohol. I wanna get back on track. You need like a little disruption in your brain, and it just helps. It really like releases all like the pent up like desire to go live out and see my friends that I have every single week. Because when I wasn't doing one night a week, when I was like literally 7 days a week, every single day for months in my room, grinding, posting YouTube videos, more Instagram videos, growing action, all this stuff over and over and over and over. I went crazy. I went absolutely crazy. I suffered. I lost friends. And honestly, my work was 10 times worse. The videos were just depressing. The videos were soulless. One night a week. Now, another thing that I also do deal with is when we went out to those bars, listen, I'm not saying you have to go out to bars, but I'm saying anywhere, I don't know, where normally it's the younger crowd, where it's like, I don't know, even like a go-kart track, or something that's meant for younger people. But my example was last night at the bar. We're sitting around dancing and they're playing Prime Pitbull. And I'm looking looking to my left and my right, and everyone there are just college students. Like, you can tell they're like, I don't know, 20 years old, 19, 20, and I'm 24 years old. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, dude, I was having fun. I was having fun dancing and listening to Prime Pitbull. And
Last $20 I got, but I'ma have a good time ballin' in that.
until I saw younger kids dancing. I'm like, damn, I don't think I should be here. I feel weird and creepy. And I let that get into my head, and I would never do that. Trust me, when the Pursuit of Happiness remix comes on by Kid Cudi, usually like my ass is, I'm throwing ass.
I'm on the pursuit of happiness, and I know
I'm shaking ass, not in a weird way, but you know, I'm dancing, having fun. But even when that song came on by the DJ, I still just like stood there and like, oh, I should get out of here. I feel like a creep. And I'm acting like I'm like 58 years old, but like still, I let myself get in my own head and ruin my own night. While all my other friends, guys and girls who were there, were all 24 years old, they were like, what's wrong with you? Like, just dance. Like, why are you being weird? I was like, you know what? Yeah, why did I just let myself get into my own head and ruin my own night with just a thought? When in fact, I don't think a single person, like a stranger that was there at the bar, looked at me and went, that guy's a bit too old to be here. He's kind of a creep. Does he have half dyed hair? Oh God, get him out of here. Security, security. Like, no one said that. Or I think no one, I hope no one thought that or said that, but I let that fake scenario, fake thoughts from other people that don't matter to me get in my head and ruin my own night. So don't do that. When you're taking your one night a week of being a dumbass now, or I hope you do, you really should.
In this nice new world that we live in, we want to hear you're just a little big.
I think you should limit it to 1 to go fully out, because once a week is enough, trust me. Like 2 is a lot, 3, I mean, depending how old you are, if you're younger, like sure, you can do more. But like mid-20s, yeah, 1 night to go absolutely bonkers for a couple hours, trust me, is enough. And do not let your own brain ruin it, please. Now, friends get harder. If you're thinking about skipping that 1 night a week, or you're thinking of like, you know, doing a thing that I used to do where I fully locked in and I went ghost and, you know, had my winter arc where I wasn't talking to anybody. Do you realize that friendships are declining each and every single day? Do you know why Spider-Man Brand New Day did so well? Because it was so relatable to so many people.
There's so much stuff going on right now in the world. People are trying to evolve. Let them evolve.
It was truly relatable to me. Moving into an apartment by yourself, Peter Parker's looking around going, shucks, no one knows me, I'm by myself. And a lot of people saw themselves in that movie because this male loneliness epidemic, even it's for girls too. A lot of times post-college especially, it is really easy to be alone and isolate yourself. All the people I'm in grad school with always talk about how they're so lonely, how they're like, I have to go back to my apartment. And sometimes like my friends will ask me like, can we just stay at the library and just hang out and fake study for a couple hours? I don't want to go home alone. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do that either. Like, I guess I would be doing the same thing. And I'm the last person to sit in the library, like the last guy that, you know, those people that put their ear pods in, that have their Mac computer and a coffee and to take a picture and post on their Instagram story. Like, I'm not that guy, but I turned into that guy truthfully because I just wanted to be around people. I started being the library freak that just stays in there all day, every day, just doing it, whatever, because I wanted to be around human beings. I didn't want to be in my apartment anymore. And I realized how much harder it is to stay in contact with friends, how when you get older, people move on, people do different stuff. So again, if you have the opportunity to see people once a week, you need to do it 10 out of 10 times. Put your work thoughts away, put like your dreams away for just a couple hours. Do not think. That was the worst part about it, is like while I'm with my friends enjoying it.
Don't bring them back to where you knew them when they were a piece of shit. Let them fly.
I would think, oh God, but everything when I get home is failing. My YouTube views are down. No one's signing up for Daction. Everything sucks. I'm making no money. How am I going to pay rent next week?
The hell that you all once lived in, fix yourself.
You have to just, for a couple hours, let go. That is the next day's problem. That's the next morning's problem. And it sounds like I'm being a dumb idiot thinking like that, but that is truly the one thing that has gave me a little bit of relaxation in this life.
It's a constant reminder of where we're at in life.
Like, full honesty. When you wake up in the morning, you just have to promise yourself you are going to go 10 times harder. You are going to make up for the couple hours you spent hanging out with your friends. No one is a cyborg. Even Kobe Bryant, a man who constantly talked about working your craft, waking up at 4 in the morning. Mark Wahlberg wakes up at 4 in the morning. He posted every single day how he's up at 4 in the morning.
Last time I did this, it got out of hand and people thought I took an hour and a half long shower.
On his gym grind, working out, acting, all this stuff, which, yeah, I'm sure they are obviously grinding. You know, people like even David Goggins himself, he obviously grinds to stay hard. He's always running, working out, doing this, doing that.
So I've been grinding lately. Had to go back to the fucking lab.
Don't let yourself become an inner B. Don't listen to your inner B word, right? He always says that, but there are definitely times where David Goggins is enjoying his life. Maybe it's not drinking alcohol, maybe it's doing something else that's absolutely just pointless or idiotic, but every single person you know, even the hardest working person you could possibly imagine, takes time off. No human can be working 24/7, no matter how successful, so don't make yourself feel bad about it. And that was one thing I was just doing every single day this summer, and it honestly ruined my summer. I had days where I couldn't even enjoy watching the World Cup because I called this summer like my World Cup lock-in summer. I'm gonna stay inside, I'll have World Cup games on my left monitor, and on my right monitor, I'm gonna film YouTube videos, and I'm gonna be studying the algorithm, and I'm gonna be, I don't know, finding out ways to grow my website and build my business. But I'm not gonna go out for the World Cup. I'm just gonna watch it inside while all my friends are out in Santa Monica having a blast, shaking ass with Latina girls from Spain who came down here for a game. But I was like, you know, no, enjoy it, go out. I'm so happy that sure, I wasted a couple hours, even a week, or a couple hours. Honestly, every World Cup game I went out for at least a couple hours, even on Mondays, and I don't regret it at all. I don't, because now that the World Cup is over, and sure, maybe I could have posted a couple more videos a week, or I could have, I don't know, edited my video a little bit better, and maybe got a couple more subscribers and stuff like that. I'm happy now that the World Cup is done, that I enjoyed it, that I can look back and be like, that was possibly the best summer of my life, and now I have even more inspiration to make more money and become more successful. So for the next World Cup in 2030, in Portugal, in Spain, and all this stuff, I will grind my ass off even harder.
But I don't have the courage and the strength and the self-discipline to do what he did.
So take every single advantage you get to go out, enjoy, and have fun.